And welcome back to Pocket Captains Plays the Master of Orion II Battle at Antares. Well, the last time I played this game, I took everybody on a walkthrough on how the basics, in case they haven't played it before, and to give them an idea of what the technology does, what the kind of strategies I would like to use, what I typically use, and I used a stock race to do it. But now we're going to try something a little different. We're going to say, what if we're not doing an average game? What if you're feeling courageous? What if you want to do an impossible game? Now, I typically play on impossible level. That's my thing. That's what I enjoy doing. And I can get beat pretty badly on impossible. When they say impossible, they mean it. They've actually done a very good job in this game. And from what I can tell, the upgrades have just improved things as they've gone along. So I'm playing a huge universe. I like some room, 5 players, average technology, which means I'm not starting off with, a whole bunch of stuff pre-designed for me, and I'm not starting off with just nothing. I'm starting off with at least a colony ship and the ability to make freighters. Average age for my races, actually I probably would do a lot better with a mineral-rich universe, lots more for mining and resources, but we'll do average. I don't want to go in with any real advantages here. And I'm going to tell you about some of the stock races I use. Not stock races, my pre-designs. I have some designs I like to use. I typically have used the same one for a long time, in fact for years. But recently I've been experimenting. So I'm going to show you some stuff I've been experimenting with. Customizing. Pick these nice fellows. And I'll tell you why I'm picking them is because this is the armor of a guy who's part machine with a living creature inside. They share that relationship. But it's not going to be cybernetic, like that's typically what that's going to be. But for this particular build, I'm going to go slightly differently. I'm going to start with my positives. Growth. Population growth is, for me, one of the most important things. If you're going to go into one of these games, you want to have lots of research, lots of farming. I don't want to wait on it. So I find this to be a really big advantage. Unified. I'm going to tell the story right here. Defensive bonus to the agents, fantastic. No morale. Of course, I can't use morale affecting buildings, but I don't start off with negative morale either. So all my colonies start off with that extra, was it 10% that most other races don't get? But a 50% bonus to industry and a 50% bonus to food. And why is that important? Well, I get to build more, and I got less people on the left side of the screen doing farming, and more I can move over to the right side of the screen doing construction and research. And here's my last. And this is one I generally don't take, but this time I have. Tolerant. Absolutely do not care about radiation. They don't care about toxicity. In fact, they don't have pollution. They can build without pollution, which means 100% of every production point I put into with this race is used to production. Other races, some of their production is used to clean up the pollution caused by their own production. The other nice thing I like about them is, where is it? The population. If it's not quite, you get a population boost per planet. Now, it's not as nice as subterraneans, which literally double it because they're living 50% underground. But tolerant means you can live in parts of the planet that most other races can't. Now, of course, I'm going to take these. I can't start a game with a minus. I have to take some negatives. So what do I take for a negative? I go right up the middle. I'm not that great at defense. I'm not going to be that great at attack. My ground combat, a little shaky. My spying, well, there goes the spying bonus I had from Unified. So I've got some problems. Now, what does everybody I see? I've been watching these games on YouTube lately, and what does everybody seem to be looking for? That perfect ideal? Well, I'll tell you. They all seem to be going for Borg. When I first saw Master of Orion II, the first thing I thought of when I saw cybernetic, repulsive. I'm thinking, where's my repulsive? It's here somewhere. Repulsive. Oh, I could make the Borg. How cool would that be to make Star Trek's Borg? But I'm not going to go down that path because they're not exactly the Borg. There's a Borg race I'm playing too on Impossible, and I'll talk about that another time. But this case, I'm going to be honest, I'm a Doctor Who fan. And these guys are not stupid. They do not need to assimilate other races' things to get what they need. I'm building the Daleks. So, copyright, This is the property of the BBC, and Terry Nation, I believe, was the writer and the original creator of the Daleks. But so credit to the names. But I'm going to be a Dalek race, and I'm going to go forward. And of course, I'm going to be the Emperor Dalek. So if you have any Doctor Who fans out there, I love my Star Trek too. Don't get me wrong. And there it is. I had enough room. But this time it's Doctor Who all the way, especially with the upcoming new female Doctor. Can't resist that. I'm very excited about that too. It's on my mind. So I'm going to be a Dalek. The color, what color am I going to choose? Which one would show up really well in video, I wonder? I mean, typically purple's not bad. I haven't done purple. It's a Darlocky color. I think I might, if I pick a color that way, the two ways to exclude a race, I think, is one is to actually pick that race for your build. The other one, I think, is to pick their color. I think it's a Darlock color. So, I'm reversing my normal planet numbering system. I'm going to go with 1A. That way I can go through a whole fleet of 1s, 26 of them. 26 letters of the alphabet, I believe so. Skaro. For those of you who know, Skaro's the homeworld of the Daleks. So, let's see what kind of world I have to work with here. First of all, I can overcome most problems with this build. But one of the ones I've had trouble with when I play it is when they put me out in a place that's like here. And there's no way I can get to the next nearest worlds without doing a lot of advanced fuel cells, going up the fuel tree, and then I need extended fuel tanks. Sorry. In this case, it looks like I'm going to be given the opportunity to reach other worlds. But there's always a catch. They always give something. They always take it away. It's impossible after all. So I wonder what the handicap's going to turn out to be. I'm cautious already. I'm also going to try to overcome my typical weakness, which is to expand too fast and not have enough defense. So let's see if I can be smart enough to beat that tonight. So, yeah, again, this home world, typical abundant world. And the other one, poor. So, in a pinch, I could drop my colony ship there, but I'm not going to. I don't need to. Now, what does this wonderful race need? Well, I'm going to start off with my typical build, which will be hydroponic, research lab, and depending if I need to reach other worlds, I might go deuterium first. But if I don't have a problem reaching other planets, I'll go reinforced hull to race to automated factory, and from then I'll have to pause and think. But I might go the next thing up on this tree, which will be soil enrichment to give my people more food, because they are fast reproducers. And then typically I'll finish this one here. Neural scanner, planetary supercomputer. And after that, it's absolutely based on what I'm up against. But my opening moves are pretty standard. So let's grab that hydroponic. My opening build, well, poor Skaro here is typically used for colony ships and other things. Now you notice this? This is just so nice. No pollution. And I got a good number of my people not farming, which is absolutely fantastic. Freighter fleet. That could take 9 terms typically. I'm down to 6. I mean, I could go all in and just build it. But I don't need that big a hurry. A little research is good. Hydroponic farms. Why that? You get 2 farming points per. While these guys, it won't quite overcome some of the crappy worlds. That's 3 in this world. Some of the other crappy worlds is not as good. 2 could mean the difference between 2 guys farming and 2 guys doing research. So hydroponic farm for me is a good opening, but it doesn't cost that much. So let's go see. Let's go explore the universe. 1 clicky. And for these guys, they reproduce so quickly, I'm going to go back and tap often. It's not going to be important right now, but 2. Quandra. Ultra poor and abundant if I have to. If I have to. I'm not in a position where I have to. Now, I want to get this thing launched as soon as I can, because longer it sits there, of course, there would be a nebula. The more time I'm losing not building that second colony, and I need to take the pressure off Skaro. Ultra poor. Well, I drew crap on that one, didn't I? So Mirror's got nothing. So maybe what the trade-off was... Oh, I can't use that. Sorry. Poculum has an ultra poor world with gems. I mean, it's finances, but I'm looking for rich worlds. I really need a rich world. And I'll do abundant if I have to, but I need to get out there and find a rich world. So, if you guys are watching this, I'm hoping you're enjoying Master of Orion II. It really has a lot to offer. It's one of the better. Okay. Worst comes to worst, throw me up another freighter fleet. I might need to move a guy until I find out what the lay of the land is. Freighters are pretty safe. Where's my hydroponics? Each click in the early game and impossible makes a difference. Each decision has cascading effects down the road. I have enough freighters to move food if I have to. That's why I build the freighter fleet first. I might need to quickly throw up some... Oh, that's just terrible. I've got nothing to work with here, do I? Right now, my best world is Quandra, which at least has some abundance. And one other colony. I'm going to move down there, assuming that's where I'm going to go next. 1, 2, please offer me something nice. Hydroponics, thank you. Research lab. That's a tough one. I love that Dauntless Guidance. Ooh, not good enough. Sorry. Craptacular. Well, I just wasted a whole bunch of turns where I could have. That's the one thing that's kind of sad about having all that choice. Is it was too much choice. And this one up in the corner here, I'd have to build an outpost ship to see what's up there. I've got to hope. Izar has nothing. Poculum has nothing. So what I'm doing, no, Poculum might be my second world. Even though it's ultra poor, it's my bridge to these other planets. If I don't find anything good down here. Now the nice thing about this Quandra, protected by a wormhole on this side, so nothing over here much is going to bother me if they don't want to take Poculum. And I don't blame them. I don't want it either. These worlds up here are safe. Like, they're basically mine if I want to get to them, but that means an outpost ship on Mirror. That might be worth it too. Yep, hydroponics for sure. In fact, I need that more than I need that. So I will save those points. An outpost ship and then a colony ship. I've got to expand. I've got to find better worlds. Colony ships are just too expensive to throw them on any old planet. I got a plan. I mean, minimum abundant is what I'll take. We're at 1B. I also tend to typically designate worlds. This is going to be my colony world. I mean, it's all it's good for is building colony ships. That's why I call it colony. It's a note to myself. This is going to be a world for colony ships. But for right now, because it's literally the best world I have. Yeah, it's going to be a colony ship world, definitely. No, sorry, that was a mistake on bulk counts. Let's get you guys. You can't do much with just one guy. Let's get your housing up. We need more people on that world doing work. So let's start with housing. Scout out. Find me something good. Save me having to build that stupid outpost ship. Food is already an issue. So the sooner we get hydroponics built, the better. Hydroponics. How about that? I ask and I receive. I could send somebody over there, but if I do, that's one less guy doing research over here. Research labs is kind of important. 2. You gotta be kidding me. A dead world. Outpost ship is still important. I can't reach anything else unless I research deuterium. Deuterium may be the way to go. I'm assuming now I'm going to go to the mirror world, because all these are waiting to be conquered. Hopefully there's something decent on one of them, so I'm going to need that outpost ship still. This time I'm not building another colony ship. A big waste of my time. I have to decide seriously whether I should put one of those guys onto the colony world. Which is more important, research lab? It was 9 turns till that's finished. 13 till that's finished. 10. Somebody just popped in. Love that bonus to research. Bonus to reproduction. 9. 8. Pop in regularly. Keep going. See if things happening. Housing. That'll help my guys build up a population faster, and is working at 140,000 plus. I definitely need that. Oh, some of these early game decisions are kind of tense. I'm doing my best to plan as well as I can. And it just may not work out very well. Okay, we have the housing's paying off. So we have 2 guys. They should be able to rustle me up a quick hydroponic farm. Take some pressure off the food. Relatively quick. I mean, then we might put them back to housing when that's done. 1. Because it's going to take at least 4 guys in the world to make a decent colony ship in a decent amount of time. I mean, I've already looked at it. Outpost ship is going to become a colony ship, which means research on this world is going to collapse as I move 2, maybe 3 guys over here to build a colony ship. I'm going to assume that outpost ship's doing its job. No, not right now. That's going to drain my resources, and I don't have a lot. Outpost ship. Get out there. Expand my empire. If I wanted to meet other people, I would go to Poculum. Put an outpost ship there, and I may yet have to. To get out there and find a decent world. Hey, look at that. Another guy popped in where he's needed. Right where he's needed, right on time. So that's the way to do it for right now until I get an automated factory. That would be how fast I would have to pump those guys in to get a colony ship made. Except I'm not going to. I know my next thing, and I shouldn't do this. I shouldn't interrupt colony ship, but research lab at 5 per turn base is really important to me. Because I want... Oh, come on. It's agony. Give me my... Pop! Why aren't you popping? 66%. Come on. I'm not building a colony ship during this time. And these guys are housing up. And there's another guy I can put. I'll put him over here. He's going to build some points toward a colony ship. Or in this case, toward a research lab if I get it. I've waited for this. Let's get on with that exploration. So I can research the fuel. This is going to be agony. I built an outpost ship just so I can reach just 2 puny worlds. Hopefully one of those are going to be worth it. Okay. Pop. You didn't pop. 78% to go. Oh, this is agony. Come on, come on, come on. Give it to me. Yes. Research lab. Now I can interrupt a colony ship if I get the automated factory. That's not a problem. But I actually have to stop and build the research lab. Oops. So build that. I mean, when you look at the research lab, 5 research points plus 1 per scientist. Even if I have no scientists there, I get 5 points. And relative to my puny 18, another 5 would make a huge difference. How close are you to the next guy? I think when you get up another guy, which is next turn, you're building a research lab. 3 guys can build a research lab or larger projects like that with pretty good efficiency. I don't need you all doing research. That's optimum. Okay, so we got 3 guys. That's optimum. Abundant. That's all. Jabo. Even still, Jabo's looking like my next best choice. Okay, so you got 3 guys. 3 guys can build a research lab with great efficiency. And then we're going to switch you to back to housing to get you up to 4 people. When you get up to 4 people, you're tuned up perfectly for a call. Well, 5 if not an automated factory is perfect, but the automated factory will come. There's no point in you hanging around there. Your next stop, I think, will be an outpost ship over here. Whether I want it or not. In fact, I may not go back to housing. I might just go ahead and build another outpost ship. I'm getting a little desperate to find at least a rich world. Something to support Starfleets. A shipyard. Yep. I don't think you're doing housing. After this is an outpost ship. Followed by another colony ship. I do need that expansion. Yep, that's a huge drop. Okay, 21 is perfect. Another craptacular world on Qatar. Which, even for me to even see these worlds, might require an outpost ship on crappy Qatar just so I can see what's there. Oh, this is a tormentous beginning. I'm wasting my time on outpost ships. Not the way I was hoping to start this game. I really hope... Oh, you see, now this is me keeping an eye on things. That was almost a throwaway right there. He's building me another outpost ship. So I can see what's in this direction, going in the more dangerous direction. For now, I can go to Jabo. I'm almost better off maybe to skip the outpost ship, go on to colony ship. But then where would it go? I got one to Jabo, but where would its ships go? This one could make an outpost. You know what? That's what I'm going to do. You guys go ahead. No, housing first. Get yourself up to 4 dudes. No. Maximize your usefulness to build a meal colony ship. Then these guys will build an outpost ship as soon as they're done, so that we can expand out where to find a place for this colony ship. We'll go back and forth until we get some decent production, a decent world. Automated factory. I don't know, maybe I'm overthinking this. But I have to maybe go back to Qatar. Ugh. What a waste. Housing. We did it. We got 4 guys. Colony ship away. Now, it's not perfect. I mean, if I had 5 guys, it'd be like 21. But automated factory will change all that. Oh, researcher +5. Ordinary is not huge, but medicine, yes. Which world needs medicine? Let me make sure that I think medicine is reproduction. Leaders? Yeah. Population growth +15. So who needs it most right now? You guys are at 12. You need 1 more. He needs 3 more. I'm going to go with this one. Skaro. So you're now the leader of Skaro, and I'll move you around somewhere else later on when I get a fledgling world. But for now, plus if he goes to Skaro, he gets the immediate benefits. Yeah, you don't need another guy just yet. Skaro's food, Skaro's research, Skaro's production. Skaro is everything to the Dalek Empire. So, 10 turns. Pretty soon I'm going to invest some of this money I've been quietly saving up in that colony ship. Send it up to Jabo just so I can get 3 worlds working. Yep, now's the time. Pop it. See, he's got 21 turns. I still have to build that outpost ship here. I can dial it back for the outpost ship. I don't need all that production. Colony ship. Well, at least Jabo's fairly safe from everything except for the Antarans. Automated factory. Deuterium. I need fuel range. I mean, ordinary soil enrichment would be my next move to boost my farming and get people. Again, my goal is always to move them off of farming and over to the right side. Do production, do construction, do research. But I need to reach some decent worlds. I'm not doing that with what I have, and I don't want to keep investing in outpost ships. So, looks like it's deuterium. 9 more turns. In the meantime, these outpost ships won't be a throwaway. I mean, they will continue to boost up what we're getting with the deuterium. Oh, you idiot. Automated factory. Absolutely automated factory first. I mean, yes, I'm interrupting and I'll lose ground, but believe it or not, you don't lose any ground. The 5 + 1 pretty much will restore what I've lost by interrupting the construction on the colony ship. It'll put it back. So it's basically a net zero. It's a net zero gain, net zero loss, but then the automated factory is built for all future construction. I don't know if that makes sense to you guys, but here, I'll show you this. Now I'll go back. The colony ship is essentially where it was. I interrupted their construction, which usually puts them back behind, puts them way behind. Unless it's an automated factory. It does. It puts them behind. All those points that were used in the colony ship went to the automated factory, but the boost from the automated factory reinvested me back toward the construction of these two. So it's always good to interrupt with an automated factory. This is 1C. This is a utility world. And or it's this could, because it's my best world, I have to think of this as my shipyard world. This is a ute world. Utility. And for now, the utility is shipyard. So what do you build in a shipyard world? Well, you got to think about getting the people up to build things quickly. You're thinking automated factory. Maybe a hydroponic farm. But then starbase, research labs, marine barracks, none of that really matters on a research world. Even colony bases. Well, what's a colony base going to be like here? It's abundant. The nice thing about toxic world is I'm never terraforming it, so it's always building stuff. Other worlds, which are barren and radiated, if they get a radiation shield, I have to eventually stop whatever they're doing to terraform them eventually, but never that one. So, they're going to house it up. Again, I could send some people over. Oh, look at this. Freighters are becoming an issue. So I better also think about a couple of freighter fleets, because when that one builds up, I'm going to need more than just one. Colony ship in 11. It's good. 1, 2. I'm watching the numbers here. Look, the farming went down. I'm watching farming and I'm watching freighters. As soon as they go down, I know something's changed. So it looks like another guy was born here, which is what I wanted. Now, I have a leader who's good at reproduction, and this is her time. It's kind of a bat creature. I'm not sure if it's a him or a her. They're interesting how mirror comes up as a choice. I'm sending you to Ute because you have a reproductive bonus. It'll take you 5 turns to get there, but with housing, it's expensive enough not to do anything. I'm at 143,000 plus. Let's see what you do when you get there in 5 turns. Outpost ship. Good. Straight course to Poculum. Now, where is my... Are you guys both... Who's here? One's here. Where's the other? Where's my other freighter? And you got nowhere to go, really. I have 2 freighters, don't I? I mean, 2 scouts? Oh, he's over there. Why couldn't I see that? Maybe I did. Oh, because he's in a nebula. He is ready to go. Why did I choose a color that blended so beautifully? I have to assume that maybe one of these is a monster. No, I want to see what's at this world south of Qatar first. Now I haven't got enough ships to actually explore properly. Again, good reason for a shipyard world. So let's build up. Wait a minute. Do I need all those guys building freighters? There's no need yet for freighters, so we can take one guy off of it. Dial back the pressure. I have another population issue. See, I'm coming up on max pop. Ideally, I don't want that. I have that attribute of plus 50% reproduction. I don't want to waste it. So if I have a world without at least a colony base, for example, I'm wasting it. But do I want to go colony base or do I want to build another colony ship? And in this case, I'd rather build colony ships and waste the reproduction because I have to expand. And farming is becoming an issue, and this world is now reaching its maximum potential as a colony ship world. For 1 point, they're better off doing some research. I mean, look at the boost. Extra 4 vessels of research. Okay. Freighter fleet. How long did that leader get there? Is he at 1 now? 1 turn. So he's got 1 turn to go. And we have time? No, he's going to pop. So we have no baseline. He'll pop before he gets there. Whoop. Deuterium. Okay, we're free to explore. Soil enrichment. Let's get the food problem dealt with. Yep, he can reach a lot of stuff now. And so can he. So we're going to explore even before that outpost ship gets there. Now we're at 186,000. Now part of that's because there's 2 people, and 2 people can make babies faster than 1. It's actually 2 million, but the point being that we're having a 15% boost on top of our 50% boost, on top of the housing. I want that world to get going. Plus 5 to research. So that's helping me out over here. He's a good guy to get. I wish we had a diplomat, or even better yet, I mean, mega wealth is really important to me, but even then, famous. If you get a famous leader, grab him because he's going to give you even better leaders. Famous leaders attract better leaders. Just remember that. And, Poculum. Okay, no, we know about the asteroid belt. Nothing important. Let's keep moving. What else is out there? Mega wealth and famous. Hey, look, I was just talking about that. He's a diplomat, he's famous, and he has mega wealth. I couldn't ask for better. I'm going to put you on Ute. As soon as these guys done up there, because you're in the corner and you I don't have to actually... By the way, to get the benefit of that particular guy, nothing here is colony specific. He doesn't have to get assigned to a colony at all. He's just going to help me out. And we arrived. Actually, mega wealth, weaponry, navigate. He's not bad. And he's free. He actually is giving me money, and I did... Ultra rich. Rich. Ultra rich. Shipyard world. There's my shipyard world. Excuse me? What did you just give me? Typically, do you give terraforming? Did you just give me terraforming? Okay. So you're an environmentalist, which is, you know, that's good for, you know, pollution, which I don't care about. We don't have any. Research plus 10, farming leader. And I believe you just got here for free. So I'm assigning you to Skaro because that's my farming world, and there's my bonus to farming. So that was good. Lepus, we're finally getting, that's a garbage world. I can't do anything much with this. Siru is an ultra-rich world. It's my new shipyard world. We are going to Siru. Let's continue to look outward now. Finally, something's looking up, and a colony ship is ready to go. So we're going to put 2. Now, if I try to put 5 on like I had before, I can get some bonus. I have to decide. Those 3 points, though, probably better off in research. Oh, that's interesting. I can get one guy out of there. So here we go. Things are happening. My food, my money's coming in. So things are starting to look up. This is when I should start to get worried, because everything's going well. But for impossible race, impossible universe, this is as good a beginning as you can hope for. Colony ship. Good. I got terraforming. Well, how about that? Now, there's a difficult choice. Do I start terraforming now, or do I build another colony ship? The answer is colony ships. I'm in expansion right now. But theoretically, I could use that terraforming, which is a huge bonus to get at the beginning of the game, and take the pressure off food right now of this world and this world. This is a huge hit for me. It's absolutely beneficial. This is no longer going to be my shipyard world, by the way. It will be if I need one. If things go a little bit rough for me. Freaking nebula right in the middle. It's becoming an interesting game. It could be mine to lose. Because I'm exploiting every little advantage I can find. I'm at maximum construction for colony ships. The downside is nobody's building me ships. So if I come across an alien race now, I don't have any ships. Now, technically, I don't have any great technology. And I can only build, what, a destroyer and a frigate? That's not much, but I still have to make a show of force. Abundant and poor. See, it's okay for that one, but still it's toxic. It's got its disadvantages. Ursus, which sounds too much like Ursa, the homeworld of the Bulrathi teddy bear race. Oh, I missed that. -1 food. Better deal with that food thing. So, okay, housing is coming along very nicely. We're going to get them up to 214,000 per turn. Won't take them long to reach 4 million. Then I'm going to move Mr. Medicine to the new shipyard world. Can't do it yet because it's not created. Ultra poor. Wow, we are surrounded by some pretty craptacular worlds. What am I supposed to do with that? He's going to arrive soon. So far, we've been really lucky. We haven't lost... Oh, ancient artifacts. Poor, though. Rich on that one. And we got fusion beams. Thank you very much for that little tech upgrade. The Daleks appreciate it. One more world to explore over there. Within range. Obaka might be a way to go. There's a rich world, even though it's toxic. I generally don't take toxic right away, but it is, again, another world I never have to mess with for terraforming. And technology world, which is a boost to research. It's looking tempting. I need you to come up to speed as quickly as possible because I'm going to take your researcher, your medicine guy away in about, how many turns? 2? 2 turns to Siru. 1, 2. Hello, Sears Soil Enrichment. That's a good one. Let's grab some extra researching capability with planetary supercomputer. Rich. Ultra rich. That's the one. We're at C. I think D is now the next letter in the alphabet. 1D. Shipyard. Even if I lose this game ultimately, you got to go in with a little humility. Of course I could. But even if I do, you get to see the benefits of this race. I am expanding very, very quickly. Housing. I would love to start construction, but I don't have enough people to make a difference. But, leader. I don't want you on that crappy world anymore. You, my medicine-y friend, are wanted on the D shipyards. Speed up their ability to have... Now, it's an ultra-rich world. Now, believe it or not, they don't have 252,000. That's that richness being used to build houses that much faster. That's amazing. So this world's going to be up and running in no time. I used to move people around from here to the worlds, but then I'd lose the research quickly. And, of course, I'd always have to be building freighters. This is something I picked up from Quill. I'm watching Quill's videos on Master of Orion, and I noticed that he will, go into housing. I usually do that after a world's fully developed. Oh, look at this. Housing's done. You're ready to build. Automated factory, hydroponic, research lab, terraforming. Colony base? Terraforming? Depends. I could still go back and make you a ship world because this one's not ready yet. But this one's not going to mess... Right now, officially, we're not messing with research labs or anything useful on this one. I would love to do the terraforming because then I can make you bigger and build ships even faster. But I have to think that you're going straight to the wars very soon because pretty soon I got to be making contact with somebody. And that's the world that will do it. I have a second shipyard system already lining up for me on Urkel. I can't let it go to another race. But it's going to be a bridgehead for me to reach out to the others. So Urkel's going to be the one that pops this thing open wide. Colony ships coming up in 7. I have to start thinking now about defending it. No choice. I mean, you guys were originally going to be my defenders. I need defenders. Oh, yeah, I forgot. These guys have kind of a spidery-looking fleet. Reinforced hull. It's a defense ship only, so I don't need to worry about... Now, fusion beam's great, but no targeting computer. -20 ship attack and defense. Doesn't do diddly. Missiles all the way. Fast. Not even heavily armored. I want racks. Shot ×2. Fast missiles. As many as you can get out there. Missiles. Shot ×2. Fast missiles. I need to put firepower in the air, but I might need to split them up. Yep. This is my defender. I love how insect-lit these ships look. That looks like a spider too. Okay, that's it. We're going to build a defender after your automated factory's built. I need you to defend a colony ship that I have yet to send. I think I'm even going to make 2 of them, even though it's past my command points. Because that world at Urkel is going to be the one that stirs the pot. I got to think about at least one step ahead. And you guys had, yeah, I mean, I could go start building it now. And this world's just not ready yet. Build me a defender. Okay, you're ready to pop. I'm going to buy it now. I want that world. Soil enrichment, please. Go. Skaro has built the ship that will start the wars. I know this is going to stir it up. The Ute world is building me a defender. I'm going to build 2 of them. Aha, housing. 309,000. I love ultra-rich worlds. The leader is there. And he's making his contribution. Let's keep going. This is the one that's going to really get things moving. This has got a wormhole. I love wormholes. They're bridges to other systems. The one thing that's kind of disappointing is they still haven't patched is, although other races can see me up the wormhole, they won't use it. So I'm the only one that takes advantages of wormholes, which gives me an unfair advantage into their systems. It's not a balance. It's out of balance. Somebody really should have fixed that before now, so the game's better balanced. Abundant, not a bad world. Somebody will take that. Aha! Sneak peek at the Borathi. Well, that's almost too easy. Borathi generally never win. So let's keep going. Good construction on our part, and the Borathi have stumbled upon astroengineering. A defender is built. Laying a course immediately to Urkol Skaro, out of fuel range. Build me another one of those bad boys, and then carry on up your tree. Now, we're coming up on some interesting choices for this world. It's generally a support world. Shipyard's coming along too. Once it gets to the fourth thing, I'm going to start it popping out. Once it gets to the fourth guy, it can build anything it needs to. Very quickly. One thing I'm going to need is freighters. He's going to pop soon. We're going to start running out of freighters again. Then I have to build the colony base. And then I think I'm going to start thinking about spies. Because the Borathi are going to steal my technology. Soil enrichment. On the other hand, colony ships is what I want to build here. I'm going to tell you why I'm going to build colony ships here, because this world needs a star base. Not because I'm worried about it being attacked, but because I need more command points. I'm going to start the colony ship world. Yep, something like that. I want them to start. I still want them to be my colony ship maker, but I need them to stop and upgrade for just a minute. So I'm going to take some pressure off of it and let it do some upgrading. And supercomputer. 23 turns. Well, that won't stay that way because I'm building up pretty fast. All right, how many turn? One more turn till we set fire to everything on Urkol. You are going to have your... I won't need that medicine leader very soon because this world is about to pop and do its shipyard thing. This is the 1E shipyards. This is going to be the primary... Whoops. Exclamation mark. That's funny. 1E shipyard. This is going to be the one that's going to set fire to everything. It's going to draw all sorts of unwanted attention. It's going to be under-defended and not prepared to... and everybody's going to want to take it and hit it. And if they take it, they're going to have a great ultra-rich world as a bridgehead to my other colonies, my other worlds. And I have a colony ship ready to go. What craptacular world is going to get that colony ship? I could go to here as the bridge. It's not a bad world. It's got farming. I mean, there was also Obaka with the ancient artifacts putting me right in the face of the Borathi. The other twin world to it is, of course, rich. Which means although it's got some serious penalties to it, it would build up. Kraken? No. Lapis? No. Qatar? No. All those three worlds at my back door are totally garbage. This one might be something. I haven't run across a monster or an ultra-rich world or something in that regard. I very much regret to say. Okay, you go forth and explore, and you go forth and explore and head back over to there because Obaka's coming up, and I think it's going to need some defense too. So I'm really now getting in their face This world is no longer needing to do housing. What would a shipyard world need? Well, automated factory, yes. Hydroponic, yes. Starbase, yes. I want you to build ships. That's your job. I don't want you to fool around with that other stuff. And the one, I don't think your other world is, they're rich, aren't they? Craptacular. If there's time, we'll build something. But I got to keep these command points as close to 0 as possible. You've got to be committed toward what you're building. Defender in 1, good. I can't defend everything. I have to split the fleet. If I did that, and that would be a useless fleet. So I'm going to pick the one that matters the most. The 1E shipyard. Can you redirect yet? Nope, you're not. Even though you must be in command range. There's a starbase there. So, 2 potential shipyard worlds are going to build up as fast as possible, which means these guys are going to be relied upon to do the researching and the farming. My utility world is going to be just that, which means terraforming is definitely back on the menu. Automated factory. It's getting to be a bigger empire now. A lot more to concentrate on. Cursa. That's nice. It's not bad. Lyre has one, or Lear has one nice planet. Wait a minute. Orion's coming up somewhere in here too. Might be that one. That's just basically the insta-death of one of my... Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Move that leader over. He's doing his great job making babies. I have to wonder what my leader is doing that causes my people to make babies more. I mean, what does the bat do? He's nocturnal, I suppose, but what's he up to? It's causing this boom in population. Doesn't matter. 15% more from the bat. I'm assuming everybody's happy. That's all that matters to me. Happy world, making babies. Okay, Starbase in 10. I mean, you gotta love the fact there's no pollution. We're gonna get those command points up so I can defend more worlds. Hydroponics. That's good. Okay, now this is my first farming capable world, and look what they did. That's what happened. They made a baby. And they went over there, and I need you. I'm sorry, you're a building world, not a farming world. Stick with the program. I'll take the stress off in farming from up here. So, getting a little excited now. This is when I start to make mistakes. Slow down. Think it through. This ship is completely defenseless, and I got to think about putting some defenses there. Ugh. 1E, though. Nobody's popped. Nobody's come over to 1E. So I have to think about this colony down here because I know the Borathi are close. And I'm going to go to, believe it or not, I mean, this world is, it's terrible negatives. This one is tundra. There's food, there's farming, but it's poor. It'll take so much longer to get established, and I have to think they're going to get attacked here. So let's go to this one, 1F. I'm going to call this MEM. It's a memory colony. It's takeoff from Star Trek, the memory colony where they did research. It's a research colony. Housing. It's a rich world. It should build up a little faster. Miract. Nothing wrong with Miract. Where was that? Nice world. Basic. Decent things you need. Cursa. Head over here. Still the Borathi haven't popped. Popped, I mean, you know, appeared. I'm getting ready for a fight that isn't arriving. Colony base. Research lab. Oh, I love how quickly these worlds are building up. Scaro, colony base. This is just to get that extra population working for me. Change. Do I do the typical housing trick? I might just do that here because I don't want to put too much next door. I'll put a little bit next door. Propus. Colony base. So Propus, there's nothing there. That's why nobody's bothering me there yet. But you see, we're 15 and 15. That's a waste. I'll put one over. But I need to keep that research going strong. I need it down here at 58. It's not that much. But you see, it went from 100 on this world to 120. It does help even with the construction. So they'll be up to speed pretty fast. But I don't want to invest too much, and I'm leaving these guys to use their 50% reproduction bonus that's native to my species and making maximum use of that trait. Any world that's 5 out of 5, like this one, the colony world, well, we're going to fix that with a colony base, and then they're going to terraform the heck out of it. And they'll be back to building colony ships soon enough. But I'm in danger of expanding too quickly. This race is very, very powerful for construction. And I could expand much too fast. You're funny. A bat race. Fighter pilot's great, but I'm not a big fighter pilot guy at this time. So you're almost up to speed. 374,000. It won't take you long before you don't need your person anymore. And I can send them down to the memory colony. Because I do want those worlds to increase. That guy, 15%. It's not much. I don't normally move leaders around like that, but every little advantage helps when you're playing Impossible. And I want this screen full of worlds. So I know that when I encounter another race, I look big. I'm all puffed up. But I also have resources to draw on. Ultraport, Ultraport Rex. It's maybe why the Borathi turned their nose on it. Starbase. Oh, perfect. I'm maxed out. So I'm going to go colony base because I'm maxed out for ship points, so I don't have to worry about that. If I hit, I could build another frigate, technically, another scout. But realistically, my 2 are still going strong. I can finally see what's on that crappy world. And you head down to the memory colony to add your defense to it. It's going to build ships, and I have to keep that number as close to 0. But if I don't need it to build a ship, there's no reason why I can't build infrastructure like terraforming. Now the 1E shipyard, bingo, it's popped. We have what we need. Sorry, I know food is not a problem. Automated factory. Now hydroponic and soil enrichment. How great would that be? No, go straight to Starbase, please. I want you ready to defend yourself because you are in the middle of it. And I would love to build those other things like hydroponics and soil enrichment and get you farming at least enough to support yourself. But for the time being, with you right in the middle there, you're right at the center of all the action. You could just be destroyed. That leader, though, this wonderful guy here, is going to the memory colonies, where he's going to help them get their numbers up as quickly as possible. The Borathi are great at ground invasion. So the memory colony, contrary to these other guys, they are going to need a marine barracks to help them defend them from a ground assault. Because if they get troops on the ground, I'll never hold it. They're just too good. I have a ground combat penalty, and they have a ground combat advantage. They'll just wash over me. So you're staying put, Miract. I've been wasting time not exploring. But Miract's an okay world. Nothing wrong with that. Lots of terraforming capability, all abundant. I like those worlds. I may have to think about going there next. Still no monster worlds. Housing, that's good. 243,000. You are really doing well. All my worlds are doing well, I have to admit. Scaro 2 is a little slow, but that's all right. Keep an eye on Scaro 1 so that if they ever get that maximum, I can move another guy over. But we're going along like a tank here. And by a tank, I mean quite almost unstoppably. Well, I'm going to go abundant this time over the rich world because I want it to develop first because it will need to terraform. The other toxic world won't have that problem. Housing. Absolutely housing. Colony base on Ute. This is easy. You don't have to worry about what am I going to pick? What am I going to... Housing. Got a new world? Just pick housing. I love that idea. I think Quill's a little more strategic. I just sort of throw it around, but it's great. Wait a minute. Is this my rich world? Yep. Another colony base, please. Because I want that other rich world toxic as soon as possible. You're the guys to do it. Although I could build another destroyer. You know what? It's destroyer time. Yep, I think it's destroyer time. So what's the 1D shipyard? I thought we had 5 out of 5 on this world. Yet I see 4. I know you weren't full. Did I lose somebody due to... Yeah, I must have lost somebody due to a loss of food. I could be moving him right over. What I am noticing, though, is a curious shortfall in freighters. So, 1D shipyard. Ahead of that, build me another defender. Please. Keep that number close to 0. And then I have to think about freighters double ASAP. If you're building me a colony ship and you're busy, who's my new freighter support world? Ute? Was terraforming, and I want that to happen, but I'm thinking that's a bigger problem now. And do I go starbase ahead of terraforming? Because the Antarans are coming, and I want more command points for more destroyers. I'd like to get a fleet of at least 6 destroyers up and running. Freighter fleets in just the nick of time. Now all my points are going to farming in this world. That's kind of what you expect to have happen. Now technically this guy's supposed to be all hands, but again, I have a reproductive bonus in this world, and here's where they need the people, and this leaves this one open to have another bunch of babies. So if I was desperate, I wouldn't do that. If I needed the production in that world to build more ships, I'd leave them there. Because this is a ship building world. It's really important that it stays that way. Just like this one is, a ship building world. That said, if he gets that starbase done, that leaves me open to do other things like hydroponics, research labs, soil enrichment. Housing here, that's good. It's like how food is so good, it's 5 per guys here. Okay, and click. A guardian has attacked the Daleks. Well, that took a lot of nerve, and the Dalek scout troops, scout force is gone. We found them at least. I knew they were out there somewhere. We found It thinks. It's not certain. I'm thinking about it. I might be There we go. I'm more worried about the Borathi right now. The planet of infinite uncertainty. It might be Let's see. Housing over here is coming along. Theoretically, should I stop housing and start building automated factories and good stuff like that? I have enough to start launching his stuff. Yeah, I do. Starbase and terraforming. I do have enough. Let's just go ahead with 3. Probably this world's going to pop soon with another one. But that's enough. An automated factory. It's poor though. I'm waffling. No, you know what? Finish up. Get the 4th guy there. 4 is good. 4 covers just about every world. It's great on construction-rich worlds, but it really makes a big difference on... Excuse me? You've got 2 extra people here. Yeah. On the other hand, they're doing the valuable job of research. No, I don't want to take them off research. You don't need this. I mean, you're 6 of 8. It's not like I gotta move you to keep you reproducing. No, I need you to do the research. That's the whole point of not moving them around like that. They'll get where they need to be soon enough. So we're coming up on the 1 hour mark. And you can see how much I've expanded. And I have, this is a 5 race universe. You wouldn't know it. It looks like I own the whole thing. It's just that I'm expanding so much faster than they are. There's my freighter fleets. You're still free to make colony ships. Housing. We're expanding so quickly and so efficiently, we're not running into anybody yet. So you come out of the gate pretty strong. The thing that I'm weak on right now is weapons, defense, like even my fleet of Space Dragon. Well, there you have it. That's about time. So I have no ability to explore anymore. So that's a problem. I need 2 frigates. I wonder if I have a shipyard world that could do that. Well, yes, I do, actually. If I'm pushed, I have 2. Rich ancient artifacts? Oh, yeah, like YAD. Colony base on 1D Shipyard Prime. Well, you know what? I got another job for you, 1D Shipyard Prime. Is that you, 1D? That's not you. That's you. How about that? Let's design a new probe craft. I had another word for that, and I can't remember what it is now. I don't want to say scout. Oh, I know what you are. I know what I'm going to call you. Pick a cool picture. There's really a good, cool graphic for these guys at this size. You're my ranger. You go out in all the dark places. A little Babylon 5. A little bit of Lord of the Rings reference here. You go in all the dark, difficult places and you find interesting and amazing things with your fast missile tubes for defense instead of laser beams, which are suck. Send me out a couple of these guys. And that'll bring my... Oops, I didn't mean to do that button. Send me out a couple of these guys, I said. Throw on a research lab and a terraforming. Hang on to the terraforming. Terraforming is probably more valuable than research labs, actually. So I don't do research on that world. But I do want more numbers on this world. The first one will just open up farming, but the second level terraforming will allow me to increase the population, and I can build bigger, better, badder ships. That's just fun to say, bigger, better, badder. So, yep, I'm going to actually go terraform on that world so I can build bigger ships faster. The more people I can have on it, the more people I can put into construction. Supercomputers. Excellent. Well, now here's an interesting choice. And my choice is going to be this. From now on, my shipyard worlds are... I'm going to start looking at attack. I'm going to actually go back and talk more about that. 1E shipyard is built. And there's nothing else for them to build urgently. Sorry, colony base. No. They need hydroponic and you need soil enrichment. I mean, if you're ever blockaded, you need the food. And you're going to eventually put a guy there, so he might as well be efficient. So let's go back to the research. I'm now thinking about my fleet. The next step is my worlds are doing well, I'm expanding well, fleet. So for me, the combo is Space Academy, Battle Pods, Merculites. But I also have to think robo-miners to build faster, to keep up the momentum of my advantage. But I got 2 shipyard worlds that are banging out ships now, so there's a need for this. Yeah, Battle Pods adds 25%. Is it 25 or 50? 50% more space on a ship, which means more missiles. From there, it's a short journey to spaceport and robo-miners. I actually might go up that tree. Yep, that's the tree I'm thinking about going up. As long as I'm not encountering anybody, let's make everybody build faster, especially since terraforming is now on the menu and it takes up a lot of resources. And look at this. I'm losing people in research due to construction and farming. So I've got way too much on the left side. My right side's not balanced. And that means I'm getting dumber. And I am getting dumber as a people. Now I got the numbers. I can afford to be a little dumb. That's not a problem that way. Housing's popped here. That's great. Automated factory. Starbase. I mean, like, hydroponic would help me with the research, it would. But somewhere out there is the Borathi. And 1B colony system. Oh yeah, that was a ultra poor. I don't care if that one ever gets built, really. It's going to be like a world to make spies or something. It's not going to do anything mission critical for my empire. Freighters or spies. It's just going to help. So, there we go. That's the utility one, leaving these guys free to build a starbase. Really looking forward to the point where they start building terraforming, because I'm running out of food resource. I need to get some of these guys out of here and back over to that side. And of course, the more I build up, the more I can get on this side for doing research. I mean, right now, I'm at 4 out of 5. There's room for one more to go over here. But if there's like 8 or 10 worlds, there's 4 guys here plus 4 or 6 over here. So I need these worlds to be bigger, and that comes from terraforming. So we're expanding beautifully. We got the expand science down to, oh, science, really? Oh, 2 rangers, just like that. Ready to explore my sad, sad little empire. Only sad because I don't have... I'll put 1 over on this side. I think I decided Lyre was a good world. And Miract. Was it Miract? Yep. Miract's next, so we'll put 1 there. That's where the next big exploration will be. I also have to think about filling... I know these worlds are junk. Has something. I got to make sure I fill in the gap so no other race can pop in behind me. Take some of these worlds and have a bridgehead into my empire. Nylar is potentially a problem world, but otherwise I'm doing really well about expanding outwards and not leaving any opportunities for enemies to exploit. That could be an exploitation world, because I don't want it. That's a good world. It's Shen. That'll put me up close to the Borathi and protect Mem. So maybe that is the next direction. Black hole in between. Yep. Nope. Don't send him to the Dragon World. That's the end of him. So, I think that's where I'm going to call it a quits for today. We built a good beginning. You can see how quickly this race is expanding. No pollution to problems. I've only got 1 world essentially doing any farming. The only downside is, with all this production, this building up, research is suffering. So, but I have a feeling that because of the numbers, and because I have more worlds that are capable of doing, research, I'm probably on par with others, but maybe not. Maybe I'm a little bit behind. We'll see when I reach out and find somebody. My financial situation is certainly good with this game. So I'm going to save it here. I'm going to say thank you very much for everybody for watching. If you're enjoying these series, please leave a comment. If you want to see something specific from me, again, leave it in the comments. We'll try to explore that with you. If you like what you're saying, subscribe. And if you want to see more, please go to www.pocketcaptains.com. I promised to build a page for Master of Orion II, but I don't want to just throw a page on there. I want to build one I like. I want to build it like a Master of Orion clubhouse. It's a place I would want to go to and just hang out. So that's the kind of vision I'm working on, and maybe I'm thinking it too hard. I'll work out what it's going to look like later. Otherwise, thank you very much for listening. I really appreciate it. And I know Captain Eric, the other person I work with, he also appreciates it. And as I'm going to end this way, the way I end every episode, that I'm a busy guy. I've got a job. I've got a family. I've got a child. They're the center of my universe. I spend all my time with them whenever I can. But it's still important to try and find a little time every day to have a little bit of fun. Thank you very much, everybody, and good night. Get more tips at pocketcaptains.com.